Anjana here. The biggest concern of parents today is the screen time their kids are having. Either for academic purpose or for entertainment, they're always in front of the screen. What is more pathetic is most of these activities are unavoidable. All we can do is find out some ways to reduce the screen time. Today I'm in conversation with Amrita Priya, founder of Kidyan Podcast. In collaboration with Haryana ACRT, she is using the podcast for educational purpose as well. Welcome to Pep Talk.
It's pleasure, connecting with you. Uh, Thanks for having us here.
Sure. Okay, so Kidyan podcast is mainly for kids, right? So what does it offer content-wise? Is it purely entertainment?
No, it's not entertainment. The general format is a story-based format. We have tried and kept all genres of stories in our platform. So if you see, the stories are divided in Panchatantra stories, fairy tales, bedtime stories. We have short biographies also, which we have put in Shaurya Gatha. So yeah, it is primarily stories, but different varieties of stories. We do have a section of general knowledge also, which wherein we talk about different topics. So, but we still try and keep it in a story format because it is very easier for kids to understand any topic if it is presented to them in the story format. It's easier to remember, or it is easier for them to connect. So yeah, so in general, it is informative, I would say. Even if it is stories, we always end it with a nice message so that there is a learning at the end of it. But yeah,
Yes,
every
yes.
yeah, it's not purely entertainment; it's
Yeah,
informative as
there is always end of the story. There is this moral of the stories, which
yeah. So there is
okay.
a
So the content, yeah.
Yeah, so there is a section, health section in which we have kept few stories, in which we have presented how to eat healthy. So we have covered the rainbow eating format, but it is in a story format. And there is also a story which talks about exercise. So there are different characters, animal characters which has been taken for the story, and then it is presented in the story format so that kids know, like jump like a lion or hop like a kangaroo or something like that. So that it is relatable and enjoyment for the kids, but ultimately it shares with them something positive.
And the content must be created based on the age group of the kids, right? So, what were the factors that you considered during the process of narrowing down the content? Again, it is educative.
Yeah, as I said, we try and cover different formats, which is present. The way we have segregated our content: moral stories, fairies, tales, bedtime stories, and the age group which we cater to is from 2 years age to maximum 6 to 8 years old kids. So we don't keep in mind what kind of age group, because it is it's a generic content. It's not like there is no syllabus or a curriculum based thing. It is story at the end of it. Everybody can listen different kinds of stories, but yeah, we do keep it short, and we do keep it entertaining and some nice message at the end.
Yeah,
But
and
it
kids.
primarily caters to 2 years old to 6 years old kids.
Okay. Okay. So kids listen to stories, they use the imagination to develop the characters. So they'll be visualizing it based on their own experience. So
Yes.
how far do you think is a podcast helpful in cognitive development of the kid? When they watch a video, nothing much is left to imagine. All the characters are right there. So later on, when they hear the same story, all that they visualize is what's already fed to the brain. But podcast is totally different.
Yes, yes. As I mean, the caption with which we kind of created along with this platform is think, dream, and create. So it is all on their thought process. Like you think, you dream, and you create your own vision. Uh, Obviously, the content and everything is filtered as at our end, but animation, it is being, I would say, exploited to an extent where the quality is not being served in every animation which is being offered to the kids. So at times what happens that there are probably the content is good, but the animation is not, it is not that great. And what happens is that instead of taking the right information from the story, kids end up getting scared. So I have, dealt such problem with my kids, wherein he is having, he had bad dreams because he just got some sort of video which had some, like a very scary character, and
Yes,
all he was
absolutely.
watching,
Yeah.
you know,
I've
I,
seen that with my child also.
yes, yes. So we do
Absolutely.
monitor the content. Like he is very fond of mythological stories. So although like he watched a Hanuman, movie, a Hanumanji's movie, or whatever, like the content was filtered. But just because in the animation things were so scary for him that he ended up getting a wrong message or he got scared. So at least in this, what happens is that a kid is creating, he's painting his own imagination. So it not only is good content being fed into their brain, it also intrigues their imagination. It triggers their imagination, and so it's like a blank slate wherein you can put any colors you want to, and obviously, it also aids in auditory skills. Like the more you listen, your vocabulary, the way you speak, it gets better and better.
Yes. So podcast is also used as an educational tool, and you have collaborated with SERT in Haryana. So how is it done? What is your contribution in that?
So, as you must be aware, whosoever handles a kid, that it is the stages of communication is listening, then it comes reading, then it comes LSR, sorry, listening, speaking, reading, and then writing.
Yes.
So yeah, that is what we discussed, and we said that they wanted their kids to read a story, and they said that what happens is that like we are not able to cover all the stories in a very interesting way. So they gave us their PDF of their books, pre-primary books, and we converted those books into these interesting stories, and we created a personalized website for them wherein we uploaded all these stories, which was being used by all their teachers, because in state there are so many teachers, and the teacher, I mean, they are not able to train or reach out to all the teachers in the street. So these interesting stories with the audio formats or everything as per their syllabus help them in I would say reaching out to their kids in a better way. So yeah, so that is what our association was with, and we they also wanted us to do some customized content which we could not do because of COVID. So that is still on hold. Once this online format becomes, I would say, a normal norm, so obviously the things will change completely, and probably we'll be able to do more. We'll be able to invent and do more in this field.
And you were conducting storytelling events and workshops for underprivileged kids. So is it in collaboration with any organizations or NGOs? It's done in Haryana itself.
Yeah, it's done in we because we are based in Haryana, so we touched upon a couple of NGOs. We did a storytelling session in the blind school. We also did a storytelling session in the mobile school. There is a person who has hired a bus, and he goes to all those underprivileged kids in every sections of the societies, and he imparts this knowledge. So we used to approach them, and because we wanted, because this site is as I mean, there is a parallel. Apart from the website, we also have a facility wherein if you call on a number, on a particular number, you will get a 15 minutes content. So we wanted to reach uh, this thing to the masses, so that the ones, it is not only like it is available on smartphones or people who have internet. So people who even doesn't have internet can access to our content through our missed call service. So yeah, so
That's
that is the reason we started approaching these underprivileged kids, and we wanted to grow in this space as well. But yeah, we were restricted to Haryana. We had plans of reaching out to SCRT, obviously, because that thing happened, and there are other government bodies as well whom we wanted to approach. But just because of this thing, the thing, our expansion got limited. And but yeah, as soon as things becomes normal and we get some access to other government bodies, we'll definitely go forward and do it in other states as well.
Okay. Is there any other educational initiatives that Kidian is involved with?
uh, it's mostly around stories only. We just want to stick to one thing and reach out to more people because the content base has been created. We have around 300, 400 odd stories on our platform. So now we just want to reach out to people because that thing is already done. Like, the content base has already been created. Now we would just want to reach it out to more people because we have invested so much of hard work and our thought process and our creativity in creating contents. So now just we it's just that we just want more and more people to be aware about it.
Absolutely, that is what I was coming to because no doubt podcast is a need of the hour. Parents are looking for ways to reduce the exposure to screen, but unfortunately, we don't have much option here. But I still wonder how many of the parents are aware of the podcast. What are your thoughts on that? How do you find your clients?
Yeah,
Is it through social media?
yeah, so social media is definitely there, but social media, we have not advertised a lot on social media. Our approach was to go through, we wanted to cater to big groups because, as I said, it is not like, we don't only have website, we also have another parallel, service wherein you can access people who doesn't have internet access or smartphone can access our content. So, yeah, so a podcast, as I would say that, yeah, it is need of the hour, and I mean, what it is a kind of behavior, I would say. People earlier also pre-COVID, era also were getting used to a podcast. Platforms like Spotify and everything entered into Indian market and gave them a flavor of podcast. So, and it was very easy and convenient for people who are, traveling long distances. Then it was convenient for them to listen to a podcast, then, watching videos because during that time you can't access. So, yeah, so that was a thought process pre-COVID era. But now I would say after this, the screen time has increased exponentially. Kids are being exposed to so much of screen time. So now, I think this podcast behavior will increase because how long you can let your child be in front of the screen. With podcast, it happens. It helps your kids to play as well as listen, or at least it cut down your screen time considerably. So I would say that, yeah, I mean, it still has to catch up. It's not that prevalent in the society currently. It's not being used that way. But yeah, schools are using it even in their educational tool. I see my son who is in standard 1. There are a lot of audio stories being played in the class, and even the Akshar, if they are, and we have a section of Akshar stories on our platform is there, wherein Hindi Varnmala, if they have to teach, they are making them listen audio stories on YouTube. So yeah, I mean, and that is the way we would like to grow. In the educational format, bringing in audio just aids in learning better. So, and you reach out to a group of kids, like a very larger lot of kids. So, in terms of our future plan, we would say that we would prefer being an app-based solution, wherein we provide content to kids as per their. I mean, we would want to I would say we would customize at niche level that as per their syllabus or as per their talent or creativity, whatever. Like we would like to go as deep as possible.
Okay, that's really great because as a mother, that is my concern always because you cannot keep him away from online classes, and then it is difficult to say no to a little bit of TV because they need some sort of an entertainment. So
Yeah,
great, Amrita. Yeah. So and you started your career in sales and marketing, right? So how did Kidyan happen? What's your
so
journey?
yeah, it's pretty interesting. I would say that because it was not at all thought through. I would say it was not that this was the way I wanted to get into. But after my firstborn, I had taken a sabbatical. My husband already had a setup. We already have a platform called Radio Pitara, which is for rural marketing. So yeah, and there we were doing kids section. And then we thought, like, we had the studio, we had the team, and we thought that why not, let's create a separate section of kids, because there is immense potential. And while handling our kid, we just realized that we as a parent who were like, who are millennials, and we were so aware of the current situation and everything. Despite that, we were not aware what our pediatric told us, that a kid should not be exposed to screen more than 1 hour in a day. And then we realized that we are giving our kids the 3-4 hours of screen time. I mean, if we are not aware, like, because while eating, he used to watch iPad. He was very much, he used to negotiate with us. So he said that, yeah, kids are a very smart negotiator. You better negotiate with him and do not give
Yes.
him screen time more than 1 hour. And that too, sit with him and see what kind of content he's watching. So then we realized, how harmful it is for kids, and we were not at all aware. And he said that, there are kids who come to me, and I could see in his eye, and I can say that he's addicted. He's a screen addict. It's so bad because parents, it's an easy access of data and content available, and it is convenient for parents because they both are working, or probably because of lack of time or whatever, and they don't monitor. So then we realize how important it is to give right content in the right format. So yeah, and that's how we started with Kidyan.
That's really amazing. So one good thing led to the other.
Yeah, so yeah, it was
It was a pleasure. Yeah. Yes.
experience which led us in this direction.
Yeah, it was a pleasure talking to you, Amrita. Wishing all success to Kidyan.
Thanks a lot for having us, and may this channel spread more words regarding Kidyan, and may more and more parents get
Yes.
attached to us. Yeah.
Yes, sure. It was an eye opener for me regarding podcast. I was not much aware of the possibilities. Thank you so much.
My
Keep
pleasure.
watching.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.